Very strong team. And when I say team, I mean a strong team concept. They get it from all four lines. Their D contribute. Both goaltenders are going. Special teams. Been the best team in the league, I think, point-wise since Christmas. And they're playing with a lot of confidence. So certainly a huge test for our group. We'd like to string a couple of wins together. We started that in Denver. Now can we carry it on? That we'll have to overcome a number of obstacles to do it.
I wanted to ask you about last game in the third. You threw Lucic, Camilleri, and Strome out. Three guys that were struggling considerably. Was that a coach's hunch to say, I think these guys are due, and they did what you expected them to do?
Yes and no. It was as much a hunch to put Leon back up with Connor and look for some offense that clicked. And then we had to move some people around. I thought Stromer in the game in Arizona prior to the Denver game had a number of scoring opportunities. We hadn't seen that for a while, so he was starting to come on, and he had many more in the Denver game. Finally capitalized. So we got one off the snide, if you will. We're looking to get a couple others off, and maybe they'll get their confidence back up and get rolling. But those are three in particular.
Todd, Nugent Hopkins was on the ice. Sekera, Montoya earlier. What's the update on those three? And
Nuge isn't available for a while. He'll probably be a March player. Quite early in March, he may make the road trip just so he can skate with us. And Sekera, there's a slim chance he'll be available against Colorado on Thursday, and if not, then we expect him to be playing on the road trip in California.
Montoya?
Took some reps prior to practice today without the team, and we'll see where he is for the Denver game, but likely a little bit longer.
Just want to ask your thoughts on Puljujarvi lately, and maybe what you're not seeing as ice time has dropped a bit. What would you like to see him do more to gain that increased ice time again?
Well, Jesse, like some of our other players, have struggled a little bit. I thought he looked a little tired over the past week, moving that big body around, and we wanted to see him on his off wing. So, yes, there's going to be a lot made. I know you guys are all wondering, when do all these kids get the ice time? Well, they earn the ice time. And, the situation we're in right now, we're doing a few things with the lineup that we need to be doing. And as they go forward, they'll earn more if they earn more.
Todd, your time in San Jose really not in this situation where you got guys at the deadline who most likely are probably more to get moved than stay. How do you address that? Patrick Maroon talked about it. It's really out of his hands, but he says it's hard not to focus on it. Does it alter how you coach? Do you have to talk to guys different, knowing that within a week your lineup's definitely going to be different?
Well, we did have one year in San Jose where we had this type of scenario, and we were still in a playoff position, and we moved, I think, Ryan Clough, Dougie Murray, a number of players that were long-time serving Sharks, grew up as Sharks basically. They were moved out of the lineup, and youth was brought in, and it disrupted the group for a while. They were popular players. They were, as I said, lifers. They grew up in Shark diapers, if you will, and it affects the group. And leading up to it, there's a lot of scuttlebutt. There's a lot of rumors that float around, we can say, hey, they're professionals. They need to just worry about what they can control and that type of stuff. But it is in the back of their minds, especially the ones that are being spoken of. They have families, they have children, they have roots in the community, they have homes they own, and they're all wondering what may or may not happen. And while that's happening, the ones that aren't in the media are wondering also what's going to or not going to happen. How will it affect me? Who will my line mates or teammates be? It's an interesting time for us, and it's also an interesting time for the I've been on the other end of the scale when you're a front runner. Boston is right now. They're wondering what's going to happen to their team as well. So it affects everybody. There's not a lot of jobs or professions where you just get moved from office to office, across the border, and you leave your kids at home, and you know what, I'll call you Sunday when I get there. It affects people. They're humans. And we can pretend and we can be courageous and tell them, hey, don't think about it. It doesn't work that way.